Hey everybody, what is going on? This is Jokesta here, bringing you guys a Modern Combat 5 gameplay. This is SxC versus EMP. I recorded this like a month ago. I needed the gameplay, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab one of these. This is like a competitive gameplay. Maybe some people would like it. But anyways, I hope you do enjoy the gameplay, and let's get right into it. So I have this big announcement that I wanted to make for a while now, and I wanted to let you guys know that we're hosting a tournament. My clan, SxC Gaming, is hosting its very first tournament for Modern Combat 5. If you guys do want to be a part of it, there's a link down below, and I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But first, I want to explain why we're doing all this, and what's the reason behind this. And yeah, so let's get first thing first. So the reason why we're doing this, as you guys know, that Modern Combat 5 has ESL, right? They are hosted by ESL. Like ESL hosts tournaments for Modern Combat 5, and Modern Combat 5 promotes it, and it's pretty great. I have nothing against ESL. Like, I like ESL a lot. They got money prizes, they got everything. It's just they have one thing that's not right, and it's the rules. The thing is, like, a lot of people, a lot of teams have so many complaints about it. They don't like the fact that there's a lot of Paragon users, a lot of like glitched accounts. Like some people use a lot of glitched accounts to get Paragon, and a lot of people have like all these type of armors, and like Gameloft can't really do much about it. I mean, they want everyone to play with armors, and I get it. We get it, but for us, we want competitive, like, and it is trying to be. Modern Combat 5 is trying to be as competitive as possible. And I get it. I am supportive of it, but the one thing that we are kind of focused on is we want to ban all armors for this tournament. So I hope you guys can participate in it and see how it goes. I'm gonna go over the rules for the tournament that we're hosting, and then I'll explain how to sign up and everything. So first thing first, for our tournament, we're gonna be playing on 3 maps. It's gonna be construction site, street, and scramble, because other maps, they're kind of like big, like Vantage right now that I'm playing on. Look at that map, dude. It's a pretty big map. It's kind of hard to control. Canals, for example, Canals is one of the big maps. Other maps like the new map Conversion, dude, that thing is complicated and it's hard to get in, and it's just really weird map. It's not that nothing's wrong with their maps. It's really uncomfortable. It's not really competitive, play. So we're gonna be going with those 3 maps: construction site, streets, and scramble. So if you guys like those maps, that's awesome. Now I'm gonna move on to the banned equipment. So first thing we're gonna ban is the no armor pieces for the game, our tournament. So no armors at all, like 0. The only thing you can have is the mask, but we're gonna ban 2 masks for that. We're gonna be banning the assassin mask and the werewolf mask. So we don't want anyone using those 2. It's gonna be just all the masks besides the assassin mask and the werewolf mask. So those are the only 2 things that we're gonna be banning for the mask. But the rest, the armor is gonna be banned completely. And yeah, so those are the 2 things that we want to get off the chest. A lot of people are like, no, but a lot of people are like, yay, because there's a lot of teams that don't have armors, and I mean, like, they don't have Paragon, and those teams can't really compete because they don't have that. The next thing we're going to be talking about is all guns tier 5 and under are allowed, besides the E24. So all guns tier 5 and under are allowed, and the E24, the sniper. So if you guys are into that, that's a good thing. You cannot use the bounty hunter or the sapper class. Okay, those 2 things, those 2 classes are banned completely. So there's no bounty hunter or the sapper class, because a lot of people usually just kill themselves in the beginning of the game when they spawn, and when the actual game starts, they just pick up all those weapons and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, so no bounty hunter, no the sapper class, and another rule that we wanted to add is no heavy. You cannot use heavy at all. I'm sorry, no heavy. And then the last thing about what we're gonna be banned, the last thing that's gonna be banned is the no nades of any sort. So there's no grenades at all. And if you do throw a grenade, you have to leave the match right away and do not bring any other players in or yourself in, or else your team will be disqualified. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the rules. 5v5 players, so it's going to be a 5 versus 5. There's not going to be a 6v6, I'm sorry. If you are caught hacking or your teammates is caught hacking, you guys are disqualified from the tournament, and we're going to be banning you guys from our future tournaments, so do not hack. The next thing is all players from all regions are allowed. So if you're like from Germany, you can play right in. Any other countries, anywhere you are from, you can play right away. The next thing, you can put up to 15 players on your roster, so any of those players can join in, switch out whenever you want in the tournament, so it's not a problem. The next thing is the players on the rosters must have their dog tags next to their names on the roster. So if you don't have dog tags on your name, you are basically disqualified throughout this tournament. Yeah, so you don't want, make sure your teammates have their dog tags, everything. Yeah, if you're caught playing on the wrong account on your team, you will be disqualified. If caught using any forbidden items, your team will receive an automatic disqualification. The next thing is all matches will have is the private match on, military support on, fast spawns off, competitive match on. And the next thing about the competitive matches is the streamers will be joining the match. So we will be announcing their names soon. So kicking them out of the match will result in the hosting team loss of the match. So do not kick any of those spectators that are going to be joining for the streamers. Do not kick them out, or your team's going to get disqualifications. Not disqualification, they're going to lose the match. So they're going to have to play the second match. If you get disconnected, you can join right back in. Any glitched account will result in an automatic disqualification for your team, so make sure you don't have your glitched accounts. You cannot have a private profile on during your tournament, so if you do, you will get like a warning, one warning. But if you remain in private, the player will be disqualified. A player can only be on one team. So if you are playing on two teams, make sure you decide on which team you want to play on. So play on one. We're going to be talking about the gameplay now. Modes will be on TDM, so Team Deathmatch, and CTF, which is Capture the Flag. The hosting team will choose one out of 3 maps to be played on, and then you can not play the same map twice in the series, so you have to be like Streets or Scramble or something like that. I would have done that. Another thing is SxC isn't playing in this tournament. We're just hosting it, so to make it fair, we don't want anyone to think it's like, oh, it's rigged, SxC is trying to play themselves and everything. No, we're trying to make it fair for everyone, so we're hosting it. The next thing I wanted to say is that it's best out of 3. Alright, it's best out of 3 on each play, so best out of 3. The hosting team will be chosen by the SxC admin. We're thinking of hosting, basically streaming on Friday, which all the teams that are going to be listed, and just like randomize it on the stream so people can actually see that we're not doing anything. It's going to be just like that, randomizing it and picking the team who's going to be playing versus who and all that stuff. The hosting team will choose the side they want to play on. So if you're hosting, you can choose which side you want to play on. The modes will be played like this in all of the series. It's going to be, the first one's going to be Team Deathmatch, the map of choice, and then CTF, map of choice. And then the 3 is CDM, the map that hasn't been chosen yet. So the maps of choices, there's going to be minimum. Also, the maximum of teams that we're going to have is 32. So there's only 32 teams that are going to be playing. And yeah, so this is basically just the rules of this whole entire thing. And if you guys want to be a part of it, I'm going to explain how to sign up. And how to sign up is pretty much download Discord. It's an app. You can use it on computers. It's still there, download Discord and then join this chat, which is going to be in a link down below. You guys can click on it, and it's going to directly, link you straight into the app, into the group where the Modern Combat 5 SxC tournament is going to be hosted at. And then there's going to be a big instructions on how to sign up on there. So make sure all of your members have to join this Discord group. All of your members have to be in there to chat and to make sure that everyone's in there, and we're going to be hosting it. So I hope you guys like this video and enjoy this tournament. It's going to be hosted on Saturday, August 20th. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.